Let me start off like this. When we are born and we are progressing through our lives, right? When we're learning to walk, we fall down many times, but we continue to get back up. And eventually we get it down, but we never ever stop falling down, literally and metaphorically. And I feel that to some greater extent, we are okay with that because we are truly aware of the fact that we don't need to be perfect, but we're not like outwardly saying that. We just know it, you know? But then we get older and the idea that we need to be flawless creeps in, it feels like. And you start operating from, I need to be perfect 24/7 to be worthy of love, to be worthy of attention, to be worthy of care. And it's a mentality that is extremely exhausting, but it also doesn't cater to the true nature of being a human, which is that your journey was never supposed to be flawless, and neither were you, But for some reason, we end up going down that path of, I have to be perfect and I can't ever let the world see me in shambles or hurt or in pain. And it's like, why is that? Because living like that, I have found that I am deviating away from my genuine truth in favor of a facade just to appear excellent. But in reality, I don't feel as excellent as I might appear to the public eye, Like, you do so many things in the aspect of being performative because you don't feel like you can just be passionate. You don't feel like you can just fall down and get back up and not have people's opinions dictating how you feel about yourself. But that's what ends up happening is you put yourself out there and you go through this process of losing yourself only to refine yourself later on in life, is what it seems like for a lot of people, myself included. And it just is making me realize that, not only am I not flawless, but I don't need to be flawless to be myself. I don't need to be flawless to be loved. I don't need to be flawless to be cared for. But if you put yourself in a position of feeling like you have to be flawless in order to receive love, then it puts love in a place that feels unreachable because you're putting yourself in a position of not operating from genuine intention. You're not even operating from your own intuition. You're operating from some sort of logic that is trying to prevent you from being hurt and showing that you've been hurt and things like that. But that's what binds us together, And it's realizing those things and realizing that it's okay to not be okay, but it's also, you don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to be something worthy of love. But the belief that you have to be can be extremely stressful, to say the least. And it's just realizing that if one can get to a place where they know, like, hey, I'm not perfect, but I didn't need to be perfect to get this far. I didn't need to be perfect to truly find love for myself. I feel that if one can get to a place of knowing that they never had to be perfect ever, that they never had to be flawless, and that to this point that they're at now, where they truly do love themselves, where they can truly care for themselves on their own, and they realize, I never had to be this flawless individual that I thought I had to be, I believe that will truly set so many people free. Now, granted, that's just what I'm doing for myself. So, don't take it and run with it. But it is just hitting me. It's like, I'm just really realizing for myself, like, I was never ever the most flawless person, yet I have still found genuine love and I've had genuine moments with my life of just being in my truth and realizing that I got to these points by just being more accepting of the fact that I wasn't perfect instead of trying to be something that I'm not. And that's a blessing, to just be free, to just to be free instead of clinging to this identity, this facade of perfection and flawlessness, when I know and you know that that's not the truth for myself or you. Even if you don't know me, and even if I don't know you right now, we just both know we're not as flawless as we might try to appear to the people around us, to the internet, to ourselves. And it's something to work on. It's something to sit with. And it's always going to be worth it, I feel. Because once you get to that point of realizing that you never had to be perfect to truly love yourself and to be worthy of love, I believe a different sensation of freedom will begin to sprout with time.
Oh my